Mary Anning. Little Mary was the 10th child of the Annings, a family who lived in a small town on the south coast of England. She was just a baby when a flash of lightning struck an oak tree above her. Miraculously, Mary survived. Mary's parents were very poor, and from an early age, she was happy to lend a helping hand. She joined her father on dangerous walks to the cliffs looking for shells and bones. One looked like a crocodile's tooth. Back home, she spent hours cleaning her treasures, hoping to sell some to tourists who visited her town. Soon, everybody knew where to find little Mary, selling seashells by the seashore. Mary only went to school on Sundays, but it gave her the confidence to learn how to read and write. One day, after buying one of her curiosities, a wealthy lady gave her a book that blew her mind. It turned out that the tooth she had found was not from a crocodile, but from an animal that had roamed the earth millions of years before. The tooth was now a fossil, and hunting for them became Mary's greatest passion. When her father became ill and passed away, Mary didn't give up. She continued to hunt for fossils and support the family. Her dog, Trey, was always by her side, and they made a perfect team. He loved bones too. One morning, she was at the beach with her brother Joseph when he spotted something in the rocks. It was a skull bigger than Mary. She thought more might be hidden in the sand, and she started digging day after day. Mary had discovered the first complete skeleton of a creature that lived in the time of the dinosaurs. A collector gave her £23 for it, which was more than enough money to buy a whole month of food for her family. The skeleton was a type of marine reptile called the ichthyosaurus, and it ended up on display at the British Museum. Of course, Mary deserved to go to university, but at that time, only wealthy men were allowed to do so. Still, she read all she could about rocks and bones, taking notes and drawing every fossil she found. Mary became a true fossil expert all by herself. She discovered the first plesiosaurus, and after she took a closer look at what science believed were rare stones, she realized they were dinosaur poo. She was always happy to share her knowledge with scientists who visited her, asking for advice. Sadly, some weren't real gentlemen. Many books were written using her discoveries, but no one ever mentioned her name. It took almost a lifetime for the Geological Society of London to acknowledge Mary's contributions and offer her membership. Little did she know that one day a new species of ichthyosaur would be named after her. And little Mary, the mother of paleontology, left us a piece of advice as valuable as her discoveries. Sometimes people won't recognize your achievements, but don't worry, time will place them where they belong.